Bears Nation, hold on tight because the latest moves are going to drive any fan crazy. If you thought this offseason had already been a roller coaster, get ready because things just got even more intense. The defense gained a new reinforcement, but does he really fit into the roster? And there's more, a veteran quarterback might be headed to Chicago to mentor Caleb Williams. Not to mention a bombshell on offense that could completely change the course of the season. So hit that like button and join me, because this video is a must-watch. Let's talk about Daniel Hardy, the new contract, and what it means for the Bears. This name may not be the most talked about, but the front office's move says a lot about the strategy for 2025. Hardy arrived in Chicago somewhat quietly, coming from the Rams, signing a future contract, and seemed like just another player on the roster. But during the preseason games, he proved he deserved attention, collecting crucial sacks and earning a spot on the final roster. And that's not all. His presence on special teams was essential, with punt block against the Titans that changed the game. Now the burning question, does this new contract mean more minutes on defense, or will he continue to be a pillar on special teams? Speaking of strategic changes, a big veteran might be about to land in Chicago. And we're not talking about just anyone. This guy has played in the playoffs, has over 34,000 career yards, and has a direct connection with Coach Ben Johnson. Yes, we're talking about Ryan Tannehill. But is this the right move? On one hand, he would bring experience and leadership to a young Caleb Williams, helping him transition to the NFL. But on the other hand, is it worth investing a high salary in a 36-year-old player who didn't play in 2024? And the news doesn't stop there. The Bears have just brought in an unexpected reinforcement to the tight end group, and this could mean changes to the offense. Durham Smythe signed with the team, and even without impressive numbers as a receiver, his role could be crucial in Ben Johnson's system. He's already worked as the coach in Miami and could be the perfect piece for an offense that values versatile tight ends. But will he arrive as a starter next to Cole Kmet, or is there another name coming via draft or free agency? Now I want to hear from you fans. What do you think about these moves? Does Hardy deserve more chances on defense? Is Tannehill a good option to guide Caleb Williams? And what about Smythe's arrival? Does it change anything in the offensive scheme? Leave your opinions in the comments, and if you want more Bears updates, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. See you in the next video. And if you think these updates are surprising, get ready because the next moves might leave everyone speechless. The Chicago Bears are in a prime position to do something big this season. We know the team is focused on strengthening all areas that need more consistency, and both offense and defense are getting the attention they need. But the big question in the air is, with all these additions, what does this really mean for the franchise's immediate future? In terms of defense, Hardy's arrival could truly be the beginning of something bigger. The move seems to indicate that the Bears are betting heavily on a more efficient pass rush. With the addition of players who still have potential to grow, Chicago's defensive line could finally achieve the consistency and impact it desperately needs. The question that remains is, will Hardy be the surprise name that truly changes the game, or will he remain stuck in a secondary role? Time will tell, but expectations are high. Now let's think about the quarterback situation. The possibility of Tannehill as Caleb Williams' mentor really makes sense, but we can't ignore the fact that it could also create unnecessary pressure. Caleb is the star of the future, and adding a seasoned veteran like Tannehill could be a double-edged sword. Will he be able to learn what he needs without being influenced by an overly experienced QB? Or will this experience help mold him for the NFL's pressure? The answer to this question will be one of the biggest deciding factors for the Bears' immediate future success. And on offense, what to expect from Smythe. This move could be a strategic play to help Ben Johnson expand his offensive scheme. Smythe brings more than just experience. He brings versatility. He's the type of player who can both block and be used in the passing game when necessary. His arrival only reinforces the idea that the Bears' offense wants to be more complete and unpredictable in 2025. But, as mentioned before, will he have the chance to shine as a starter alongside Kmet, or are there more moves planned to reinforce this position? Now, with all these moves and plans in the works, the fan base is on edge but also full of expectations. What will the future hold for the Bears? The next few months will determine how these new names and strategies fit into the franchise's long-term vision. And here at Bears News Fan Report, we'll be keeping a close eye, bringing all the updates and analysis to you. So don't forget, if you're enjoying these updates and want to know more about everything happening with the Chicago Bears, give that like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any details about our favorite team's moves. And of course, leave your comment below telling us what you think about the latest news. We're curious to hear your opinion. Let's go together toward the 2025 season. See you next time, Bears Nation. As a Bears fan, I see these moves with a mix of excitement and caution. Daniel Hardy has potential, but he hasn't shown enough yet to be an essential piece of the defense. If the team wants to improve the pass rush, we might need a more established name because relying solely on promising players could be risky. Regarding Ryan Tannehill, I understand the logic of bringing in a veteran to help Caleb Williams, but is it worth the cost? If it's a cheap contract and doesn't compromise the team's future, fine. But if it's to spend a lot of money, I'd rather see Caleb learn the hard way and show what he's capable of. Now, Durham Smythe is an interesting piece. He may not be a big name, but he fits well into Ben Johnson's system. If the plan is to reinforce the running game and add more versatility to the offense, I think he's a good addition. But we still need more weapons to really transform this offensive unit. In the end, the Bears seem to be making strategic decisions, but there's still that big move missing to really excite the fans. Will more reinforcements come? I hope so.